We're recording.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Going to give it a few minutes here. It is 11:31, but we're expecting a large crowd, so we're going to give it a few minutes.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Bill, how we doing,
Morning, Bill.
sir?
Good.
Good. Brian,
Get
what's
started.
going on? Good to see you again.
Yeah, everyone's jumping on.
Awesome. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everyone's morning's going good, getting ready and geared up for the weekend. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Pittsburgh at approximately, 78 degrees. So we're not sweating bad at all over here. So we're doing good. Hope everything's going good in the fine city of Philadelphia and wherever else you may be calling in from.
I think we may have some Pittsburgh people on this call, right, Bill?
Oh.
Got some Pittsburgh people. Got people in the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area, Chicago, Atlanta, Mississippi, Virginia, all coming on.
Beautiful.
So I'm excited. Everyone's excited. So we're excited about the new season, especially a lot of things that we're hearing about in the market. So it's going to be one of those seasons. It's going to be just, I haven't seen anything like this. The pay structure, I mean, everyone saw the pay. It's incredible for 2025 for Medicare Advantage. They're new to Medicare. That's insane. And we have people here in DC and Pennsylvania, New Jersey. It's just insane, guys. So
100%. 100%. A lot of things are changing this year, and a lot of them are better for the agent, as opposed to CMS for once.
So let me know if you want me to say anything, kick off, and pass the baton to you.
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
You want to give it till like 11:35, Chris, and then we'll get it going?
Yeah, we still, Bill, we're still seeing a few people pop in, and figure give everybody else another minute or so.
Okay.
Let her come in.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sherry. And if you guys do have any questions while we're waiting for some people to get in, please utilize the chat or Q&A feature. Bill, you'll have access to that as well, to see kind of when things are coming in, and we'll answer the questions the best we can. And if it's something common that Chris and I are going to get to, if we don't answer you right away, there's probably a reason, and we're going to be touching base on that topic.
All right.
Yes, Bill, we still got people coming in, so this is good. All right, I got 11:35. We're going to value everybody's time. Bill, you want to kick this off?
Yep. Well, thank you, Zach. Thank you, Chris. And thank you guys for joining us this morning. And I always try to share with you guys on YouTube or any place else about alternative marketing strategies. Why people kind of work with Bill Feggins Academy, because we kind of show you guys a new approach to gaining clients, different alternative methods than just being a lead junkie or a phone junkie, but actually getting out there and setting up table events and working with other organizations like Niche Loss and Fleming, who really are one of the pioneers in this Medicare space for a long time. And what they're going to show you guys, a lot of their lead programs and what they're doing And I just wanted to share with you guys a lot of the Medicare commissions and understand how Medicare Advantage works, how you can cross-sell it in your portfolio, and how you guys can call me up. I've been doing this since the beginning of these Medicare Advantage plans back in 2005. So I'm not a rookie to it. Kind of know about it and the games behind it. And this right here is the most exciting year I think I have ever seen, especially some of the product launches, some of the products that scale back. And we can take advantage of that in certain markets, guys, right now. And you can also cross-sell, a lot of your life products as well. So I just want to say thank you guys for seeing this. You guys are going to be shocked by a lot of the things you're going to see today. We're going to record this and get this out for your teams. Anyone who missed this, and we're going to get you guys contracted. We're going to talk about that too, especially in your area, so we can get you guys contracted. So I'm going to pass it off to Zach and Chris, and I'm done. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bill. And thank you for everybody who was able to show up today and learn about the amazing opportunity that's coming in 2025 in the Medicare space. My name's Chris Holmes. I was able to meet some of you this just a few days ago at the IBC rollout. Sheila, I see you in here. I see a few of you others. Great to meet you all in person. But I've been working in the Medicare space for 7 years. I'm an agent, and I also work here at an FMO. And my job is to help you all, capitalize on what's going to be by far the biggest AEP ever. And then beyond that as well, help you just learn the space. If you're new to this space, we have the training. If you're an experienced agent, need help with managing your book of business and looking for other business elsewhere, we can do that. But don't want to get too deep into it. I'm very excited to talk to you all today. But I'll pass it over to Zach to introduce himself as well.
Thanks, Chris. Yes, and thank you, Bill, for organizing this. My name's Zach Wilson. I'm sales manager on Chris's team. We handle most of the Team North, but we have a national presence as well with our relationship we've built throughout the years. So I've been at Neishloss and Fleming here for about 2.5 years. I was new to Medicare, but have a lot of experience in the life and ancillary space. Came over, learned about Medicare, really gravitated toward it. But one thing I'll say at Neishloss and Fleming, what we do is we want to see our agents succeed. We are available. Just to give you guys just a little brief just a brief description of the company. We are located here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So if any of you are in Pittsburgh, yes, Bill, Chris, watch that unverified list and allow people to come in. Some people are coming in unverified, but we're home based here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. For those of you that are from Pittsburgh, we're actually in South Point. So if you guys know where that is, please, if any of you guys want to come tour the office or anything like that, and you are local, let us know. We'll be glad to do that. But we at Neishloss, we're not just your typical FMO. We have everything that you need. We have an in-house compliance officer. We have a contracting department. We have a marketing team that is doing wonders with social media, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, print digital marketing as well. We have in-house. We have a lovely team of directors here and vice presidents that help us succeed. And really our goal is to help you guys succeed, especially to what Chris and Bill said, coming into the anticipated most highest shopping experience that people will see in Medicare. With the Part D changes and everything that's going on, there's going to be a lot of movement, and we're here to help make that a lot less confusing on you guys. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about the company. I'm going to pass it over to Chris.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zach. So, right off the bat, before we go any further, throughout this whole chat or this meeting, if you are currently writing Medicare or have written Medicare in the past, please just drop an I in the chat feature. We want to get a good gauge on where everybody's at here, because this is, and again, you've already heard us talk about it 3 times at this point, but this is going to be by far the biggest opportunity AEP ever. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of changes that are coming down from CMS. If you haven't heard, Part D is going to be seeing a lot of changes this year. It's called the Inflation Reduction Act. And essentially what this is going to do is going to make sure that no senior pays more than $2,000 per year for their prescription drugs. I'm going to just kind of pause there for a second. No senior is going to pay more than $2,000 a year for their drugs. So you say, this is fantastic. If anything, I'm probably not going to even have to talk to my clients, because one of the biggest things that you have to talk to your clients about each year during your annual review is going to be their drugs. But that means that now the carriers are going to have more costs going into their plans, because they're going to have to cover the rest of that drug cost that goes throughout the year. What this means is that all the national players, all the carriers that have had a strong footprint in many areas for a while are probably going to have to dial back their benefits a little bit. What that means is that seniors who have been with those plans will no longer be able to rely on those plans as being the sure fit. With that said, there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of other carriers who are better positioned to take the spot. So this year, AEP shopping is going to be bigger than ever. And Bill, we were just at the IBC meeting. What did you think of those benefits?
IBC has never came this strong ever since they started doing MAPD, Medicare Advantage, in the Philadelphia and surrounding areas. I mean, guys, they're giving groceries, they're giving transportation. These are people that's not even duals. They're giving payment cards. They're giving first dollar dental, tier 1, tier 2 prescriptions are $0. Copays are super low. Premium is $16, but if you have a subsidy, it can be wiped away. I've never seen anything like that with the biggest network. So is it going to be a lot of volatility? Yes, it's going to be a big wave. And a lot of the regionals, a lot of these, other carriers that you might have in the DMV area or other places, their benefits are going to be superior. And what's going to happen is these clients are going to get a wake-up call, because they're not going to read their ANOC letter when they get it in the mail, majority of them. But what's going to happen is that if you get in the door, you can talk to them that, hey, your prescriptions might be changing. And if their prescriptions or their brand name drugs are changing and their costs may shoot up, it's going to be a shocker. So we got to get to them. And that's everyone. So what that does is opens up the door, because a lot of the national carriers are going to scale back plans, okay? Or they might put more of their I would say, let's just say, money into more of the dual plans to try to save it, but it's not going to happen. So right now it's a lot of shopping, like Chris and Zach said, and you guys are at the right place at the right time, because it's getting set up right now in the summertime. That's what makes it right now is staying ahead of the curve. And if you're not ahead of the curve, then you're going to be wiped clean. Even in your book of business could be wiped clean. So we're way ahead of the curve. So I am excited, because this is how it starts. This is how you get that, guys. This is how you do a couple hundred applications doing AEP and SCP. It's because of stuff like this.
100%. I want to speak to exactly what Bill said, and I kind of alluded to it earlier, is that what you're going to see, the big difference is the regional players such as Independence Blue Cross, for my folks here in Pittsburgh, UPMC, Highmark, Central PA folks, Geisinger, wherever else you may lie, there's a lot of local carriers that typically would always do pretty well in the market. But this year, they're certainly going to be poised to do a lot better, and that's going to bring a ton of disruption. And for one statistic that really makes this year stick out than more than anything else on top of all the changes, typically every year, 10 to 13% of folks that are on a Medicare Advantage plan are actively looking for a new plan for the following year during that AEP. So if you have 100 folks, you can assume 12 people are going to be looking for a new plan. This year, we're expecting that rate to be 36 to 43% of consumers. So we are talking about tripling the amount of people who will actively be looking for a new plan. That means 3 times more of the opportunity. So especially in a market such as Philadelphia, such as Pittsburgh, such as these other areas, the shopping rate can be up to 50%. We're seeing a lot of disruption there, and that means that there's a lot of opportunity for you all. If you've been in the Medicare space and you kind of been half in, half out, or fully in, then this is the year to really capitalize on it. So in terms of an opportunity, there will be no year beyond this year so far from what we're seeing that you can go ahead and get that business. So this is the time, and this is 100%, as Bill mentioned, the perfect time to get up and running. So by all means, this year is going to be absolute top notch. So Zach, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to be able to discuss some of the support that we're able to provide here at Neishloss and Fleming, and then we'll go into how to get this business.
Yeah, absolutely. I think since we've built up this opportunity, we need to. I'm more than happy to do that. If you are new to Medicare, this is for you. If you're brand new to Medicare, here's what's required. Number one, you need a health license. Most of you have it. Probably if those of you that have it and never used it, now's the time to put it to work. But you do need a health license. Second thing, what you would need is to pass the AEP exam, which is a yearly exam that you will take. That gets you ready to sell. It gets you verified. Then you can begin contracting with carriers. Each carrier has its own certification program that myself, Bill, Chris, will make sure you know how to do that and get access to that. Once you complete the certifications, we at Neishloss get notified that you are ready to sell. You then can begin marketing and distributing these plans and offering these plans to anyone. Okay, so wanted to get that out of the way. But here at Neishloss, I mean, we can help with a lot of different things. We know the markets. Yes, we are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but like I said before, we are a national carrier. So while this conversation may be PA and Philadelphia heavy, those of you in the DC, Chicago, wherever you're at, we have plans that will fit your needs. Okay, so I wanted to make that clear. But here at Neishloss, obviously looking and analyzing the market, letting you know which carriers are a must-have for your situation. I'm a firm believer of if you don't have it, they're going to go get it elsewhere, right? So analyzing your market, letting you know what carriers are popular in that area. We use CMS data, so we give you real information, okay? Second off, we have a lovely contracting department. Make sure you get all the contracting completed, and they keep you along the way. They let you know, hey, you need to complete this link. So watch your emails once you begin this contracting process. Like Chris said, we are available. Okay, so we are available. That's our biggest thing here at Neishloss. We have an expectation that we will get back to you within 24 hours. A lot of the times, Chris and I will tell you we'll get back to you a lot sooner than that. But as we get busier, do take that 24-hour rule and keep it in your back pocket, because anybody that's been in Medicare, now is the busiest season. And Chris and I can't wait to get to AEP, and we feel like it's a couple months away, but really it's right around the corner. So we're going to keep you up to date with all of the changes, all of the new carriers once they come out with first looks. Contracting, we have a marketing department. If you guys are big on social media, if you guys want to do any types of mailing campaigns, digital advertising, anything like that, because you are with Bill, who is also a partner of Neishloss and Fleming, you get these services to you at no charge. The only thing that you would pay for is obviously any print, mail, stuff like that, but we will create the PDFs and things and get them over to you. Compliance, we also have an in-house compliance officer here. We're very fortunate with that because not all integrity partners have that. Another thing, with Neishloss and Fleming, we are an integrity partner. So that gives you access to one of our most utilized tools, and that's what's called Medicare Center. Medicare Center is actually going to be a place where you house your client data, run quotes, enroll, call, record, all in one place. Okay, we make it really easy for you, and we do periodically trainings on those, but we're more than happy to do walkthroughs once someone is ready to sell, just to get them familiar with the platform. Okay, that is an extremely valuable tool. We also, within Medicare Center, you have your personalized URL, which is a great feature. It's your own website where clients can go on and see what you offer. They can even enroll themselves under the plan, and it's just like you enrolled them. They can, if they have the knowledge to self-enroll. So those are a couple things. Chris, correct me if I missed anything, or if I missed anything, please step in.
No, I think you did the whole start of the process very well, and we'll go over some other things as we get through it. So, the whole overarching message so far, guys, biggest opportunity that's ever really come across anybody's plate in the Medicare Advantage space. You also have Bill, and then you have us behind Bill to be able to provide you all the support that you could possibly need in terms of getting up and running and getting prepared to capitalize on this AEP. Now, how are we going to capitalize on this AEP? First, whether you're in the PNC business, life business, Medicare business already, we're going to be able to leverage our books of business this year for getting some additional business. Whichever sort of business you're already in, your book of business, if you have anybody who's in that Medicare eligible space, 65 and above, maybe people who are on disabilities, whatever it may be, you're going to be able to go right to them this year because they might have signed up on a policy a while ago. If you're a life agent and you have, let's say, 100 clients who have turned 65 in the past 3 years, and you weren't in the Medicare space, those 100 clients most likely have a policy through a different agent. However, oftentimes, folks' agents don't call. Folks aren't happy whenever they talk to their agent who might only sell one product. Just because your consumer on one line of product has their Medicare through somebody else doesn't mean it ain't an opportunity to sell. You can cross-sell all of your people and you can cross-sell your new life clients. Also, Medicare prospecting for that is a great way to get final expense clients as well. It's kind of the Trojan horse effect. If I go to them for life, I can get them for Medicare too. If I go there for Medicare, I can get them for life as well. There's a lot of opportunity there. And first of all, go into your existing book of business is going to be the best place to start this year. Because if you're a Medicare agent already and you have a book of business, you need to take care of them first because they are going to be the first people who you absolutely need to get out of the way. Because if you don't take care of them, somebody else probably will. And then once we get to the beginning of the year, we might not have them anymore. So we need to make sure we're handling our book of business and also leveraging our book of business on other lines to be able to go ahead and get us Medicare referrals or Medicare sales. So utilizing the book of business for cross-selling is going to be extremely important. The other side of it, marketing. We're going to absolutely need to do some marketing this year. Marketing statistics from previous years can really be thrown out the window for this year because if mail didn't work, social media didn't work, email didn't work, whatever it may be, if you had any issues with it at any point, you're going to have more people now more obligated than ever to respond to you because they need to talk to somebody this year. So marketing, books of business management, doing community events. The carriers are going to have a ton of community events available this year, and you need to take advantage of them. Let's see here. Zach mentioned Medicare Center earlier as well. Beyond that, we have Lead Center. If you don't mind, I would like to share my screen real quick. And where do I do that on this system? Zach, as a host, do you have capability to share the screen, or is it just?
Do you see is there a share button right by leave up in the right-hand corner?
You know what? There is.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. So Zach mentioned earlier Lead Center. Medicare Center. Medicare Center is going to be our multi-carrier online enrollment tool that literally makes your job as an agent the easiest it can possibly be. You enter in their information, where they live, what doctors they see, what drugs they take, and what pharmacy they get it from. And this system will actually take all plans that you are currently available to sell, and it will show you what plans probably work better. So the Medicare Center selling side is phenomenal. Beyond that as well, we have Lead Center, which is what you're looking at right here. What I like to call this is the Amazon leads, if you will. You can buy life leads here. You can buy Medicare leads here. You can set up campaigns for live transfers or special data lead campaigns as well. If anybody heard about the Silver Sneakers campaign that was running through here last year, it was an absolute success. Leads were like $5 a pop. I sold quite a few of them myself. So this is a great place to be able to get leads, and I'll kind of walk you through how we do it. So this is a homepage, and again, this is all available through your Medicare Center account. If you're an agent with Bill, you have access to Medicare Center. You just need to have a contract with Bill through us, and you get free access to it. So first, we'll just kind of look. We're going to have the marketplace. We can look at campaigns. We can manage leads. And so first, we'll kind of just go with the marketplaces because, again, this is going to show me leads that are currently available in whatever area I'm trying to dig into that I can literally buy at that moment and have them ready to call just a second later. So product, as I mentioned, you could do life and health. We're going to focus on health today. Then we're going to select lead category. There's internet and direct mail. So this lead system will get leads from either direct mail campaigns and internet campaigns. Typically, the internet inventory is going to be bigger than the direct mail inventory. So we'll look at the internet today. And then from there, we're going to select where we're targeting. And if you see, there's a heat map here that shows you, hey, out of all the areas I can target right now, where is the highest concentration of leads? So I'm seeing that between Virginia and Maryland, there's a beautiful big red circle right here. So let's go try there because I know we have some folks from the DMV area on. We'll go ahead and click here. And then it'll take you down to the specific counties. So right now, it looks like in terms of lead generation and lead availability, Baltimore and Washington is an absolute hotbed right here. So let's go ahead and look in Baltimore specifically. And then from there, for some reason didn't take my click. Let's try that again. Perfect. So right now, as you can see, we have quite a few leads available here. So you can get general Medicare leads, which are going to be leads that people respond to, such as, you know, hey, I'm looking for a quote, or I'm turning 65 soon, would love to know about a new product, etc. And we have these pretty much, as you can see, in a few different categories here. And the categories are going to be based upon how old that lead actually is. So lead age, 0, 1 to 2. That means it's going to be up no older than 2 days old. So as you can see, these go pretty quick. So people go in here and pretty much buy them as soon as they come in. But right now, there's 3 available at $25 a pop. So if you go ahead and click on this little arrow, it'll give you a nice little description of what the lead is. And I want to be clear, this is 100% TCPA compliant, HIPAA, everything CMS approved. This is a purely legitimate lead system right here. And so one thing that we do see a lot of people do is that we have a lot of people focus on the very new leads. However, if you're somebody who's experienced on the phone, if you've done these lead calls, if you're very used to this and you know that sometimes working the phone is an absolute war, but you're in for it, you can go ahead and buy these leads that are 61 to 90 days old, 30 to 60 days old, 3 to 30 days old. As you can see, the older the lead gets, the cheaper it becomes. Then you can also buy shared leads too. So these are leads that would not be exclusive to you. These are leads that realistically, everybody on the call, we can go ahead and buy these 2 right here, and everybody would have access to it. Now, of course, since they're not going to be exclusive, they're going to be at a lower cost. But again, there's plenty of ammo here, and really whatever market you're in, let's go ahead and try another market. You can find something there. Now, not all markets are going to have a full, inventory at all times. But if you check it daily, you'll see that the markets do update. So here in Pittsburgh, in Philadelphia, we have quite a bit of leads as well. Let's get to Philadelphia. So we're in Montgomery County right now. So where's Philadelphia at? Either way, but we have plenty of leads here as well. We have 3 titanium leads that would be exclusive to you, 4 of the platinum leads, 6 of the golds. Nonetheless, as AEP grows closer, if you're looking at your schedule and you're saying that you have a few openings and maybe you have an afternoon free where you don't have any appointments, this is a great place to be able to come to try and fill that void, right? If I go buy leads right now, I can call people right now and I can set up meetings pretty much within the next 48 hours as long as I'm following the scope of appointment rule. But that's Lead Center. It's an absolute great system to be added on to Medicare Center and a great place for you to be able to drum up additional business. Let me get my screen back from here. Perfect. And do we have any questions in the chat currently?
I think Sherry asked if we offer leads for transfer calls.
There are live transfer campaigns available through here, so we can go through that as well. Let me actually share my screen again. I can't believe I went without discussing that. So thank you, Sherry. So right now, there's not as many leads available in terms of the campaign, but what's going to be starting is going to be a Turning 65 plan enroll campaign, and then there's going to be an AEP campaign as well. As you'll see, you could do either data leads, where you just basically get leads generated specifically for you on a data format as opposed to a live call. You can have those sent to you. You can also do calls for live transfers. And as you'll see, real-time calls, real-time transfers, they're running you and ACA is going to be the most expensive here, but you can get Medicare Advantage live transfer leads at $60 a pop, plan enroll leads at $40 a pop, Medicare General live transfer leads at $55 a pop. These are pretty darn good deals. If you go to any other live transfer company that's outside of this Lead Center platform, you're going to be paying that price, if not more. And then you have to go through all the pain of setting up the billing and everything such as that. You can just come here, go ahead and set up a campaign. I can even choose how many of these leads that once I start. So let's just go ahead and do the Medicare Advantage live transfer. Organization, Chris Holmes, that's me. Perfect. Let me get this little icon out of the way. Perfect. Go to Marketplace. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Let me go back. And then I would press next. And then here's what's really cool about it. I can tailor this whole campaign to exactly what I want. Why is it not letting me go forward? Do I have to put my name in here? It's
Yeah, I
already in
think
there.
so.
It was already in there. Why wouldn't it just automatically populate? Oh, campaign name. That's it. AEP campaign 1. We'll just call it. Campaign. Press next. So then now I can go ahead and choose my territory. Being a Pittsburgh Yinzer the way I am, I'm going to go ahead and go to Allegheny County. Select that. For some reason, it's not allowing me to do such. Okay. Oh, it just wants me to select the state. Go ahead to get started. And then now, okay, it took me to the wrong place again. Either way. So I don't know what's going on with the system right now. There very well might be a bug going on, but it's not allowing me to continue to go through the rest of the setup. But nonetheless, I would be able to go ahead through the system. From there, I would be able to select my county, select what region I want these leads to be coming from. Then beyond that, I can select the date range I want this to go through. So say hypothetically, I know that I'm going to be working with my book of business early in AEP. October 1st through the 15th, I can submit applications at that point for a August 15th signature date if they mail it back to me. I can handle all my book of business October 1st through October 15th. Before October 1st, I can spend an entire week calling these live transfer leads and setting up appointments for either the 1st through the 15th or beyond the 15th. Realistically, this system gives me the tools, along with other lead sources as well, to be able to book out essentially my first 6 weeks of AEP to make sure I get as much business as possible. Fun fact about AEP, typically by the time you get to Thanksgiving, if you will, most people have made their decision. So while AEP runs until December 7th, realistically, your clock is Black Friday or Thanksgiving, whatever it may be. You don't want to wait too long to try to get into this game. You want to make sure that as soon as October 1st hits, I already have appointments scheduled. I already have a plan for my people because I know what the market looks like. I know what the product looks like. And then from there, all my job is to do is just the right business. So Lead Center, Medicare Center, absolute incredible tools. This will help you be quicker with your book of business management, enrollments, onboarding of new clients, and then, of course, Lead Center as well to get some additional leads. Let's see. Zach, do we want to go into our sales training at this point?
So, yeah, I think it's also too, I want to really just, oh, yeah, go ahead, Bill. Bill, go ahead.
Oh no, I was fine. I just wanted to say that their old Medicare Advantage leads in there, guys, they're great because you can get discounts and stuff. You can buy them, and right around the time AEP comes, there's a phone burner on there also as well. You guys can use in the Lead Center. There's so many things, guys. We could do so many trainings on this that I will do for you guys to keep you up to speed on this, like how to set it up, campaigns. And some of you guys want a lot of transfers. We could do that, but take advantage. You guys see the dashboard there. You see a lot of discounts and stuff. There's always a lot of discounts and things that they have on there. But if I was you as a veteran agent, you buy up all the old leads at $2-3 or whenever it's a discount, Medicare Advantage mailers. You could stack them in and phone burn them, or you could call them yourself. So there's so many little different things you could do that's very cost effective. The reason why I say old leads is because everything's changing. So it doesn't matter. It's new to the client. They're going to have issues coming up. So even if you started like just talking to them in the first week of October, or you're trying to chase your book of business, you also can get a couple hundred of those Medicare mailers yourself. Buy them. They're cheap. It's probably going to be a discount code just to get rid of them. I was buying leads on here for $1. Okay. And it doesn't matter if they're older Medicare leads, guys. The clients don't know. They probably filled out something for AEP anyway. You just call them up. So we have scripts, everything else. We'll show you guys, these little techniques, because you guys have your whole lead center here, and other FMOs don't have this type of technology, these tools, and it's compliant. Everything you're doing, a lot of transfers, they're recorded. You need that for compliant issues. So you guys are always being compliant. You're doing the right thing. So I just wanted to say all of that. This is the best tool ever created to get to you guys. The best CRM tool on the planet right now is this lead center. So you can't say I don't have nobody to see.
Yeah,
you do. Okay. In addition to grocery stores like ShopRite, in addition to other things, in addition to maybe Medicaid lists from the state or something like that, where you can compliantly call the client up that has Medicare. And by the way, if they're new to Medicare, guys, here in Pennsylvania or DC, you're getting $808 an app, period. And you just cut that in half of your, in those same two states, if you're going to change your plan, 404. That's incredible. Okay. Just for the agent, so I just want to state that. And that's all plans. You're not LOA like some of these other carriers. We'll give you $300. We'll give you this. No. These are standard CMS rates that are going on for brokers. So I know you guys are jumping around like I got some other FMO, and they're probably ripping you off and taking your book. Don't do that. This is one of those years, guys. You guys got to stay in the game, own your book of business. Don't do this to yourself, because the second you want something for free, I want a free lead, but they own your book. Don't do that. You'll be crying later. I watched people 10 years ago cry later. I wish I would have had 1,000 clients. It would have been 1,000 times $404. You would have got paid, but they robbed you because you left the organization. Just want to say that. Commission change per state. Yeah, I put it in the Eventbrite. I can send it to you. It's the standard language. It's all public information. Okay. So it's a couple of states where you'll get 808, and there's a couple of states you get a little bit less. But other than that, it's standard across the country. Okay. That's all.
And to Bill's point, if you are actively in Medicare, you have those clients. Oh, you know what? I've been on this plan for 3 years. I'm good. I haven't had any issues. Well, no, that's not an excuse this year, because things are changing. That plan is going to look different in some form or fashion. That we can say with a fact without even seeing anybody's first looks. Chris and those of you and Bill that were at IBC saw that there were changes to their plans, good changes. There's going to be some carriers where, hey, it's not going to look as good as it did the past 2 or 3 years. It's going to look a little bit different. So they're going to want to open their eyes to see what else is out there. So this isn't a set it and forget it year. And you're helping these people make a healthcare decision that will last them for a year, right? Until we're here next year. So just wanted to build on that. And Chris alluded to it. So I know Bill has a wonderful training. Bill's going to be a great leader and mentor to you guys. And we're here. Here's the backup too as well. So I know he does his trainings and all of those things. On our side of the house, We do a 3-part training series. The first one is, hey, what is Medicare? What is this opportunity? Medicare 101, if you will. The second one dives into MAPDs, SUPs, PDPs. Third one is, hey, all right, I know all this stuff. How do I sell it? How do I market it? And when it comes to marketing, as Chris alluded to, marketing needs to be done this year, but the most effective way to market yourself without costing you a dime is using your mouth and letting people know you are a Medicare resource. Let them know, oh yeah, I've been on the same Medicare plan, even if they're not on your book of business. Oh, so your agent told you about the changes coming up? Well, what do you mean? What changes? Oh, I'd love to talk to you about these. Why don't we make an appointment? So just telling people that you're in this space will go a long way. And I wanted to throw that in there.
100%. To go on Zach's point, word of mouth is the best way to go, and start where you got family at too. Start where you have people who know and trust you already. Me personally, I'm going to get 20 appointments and 20 sales from my family this year. You know what I mean? You don't have to try to reinvent the wheel. People are going to be needing your assistance, and people are going to be lining up for it. So you need to make sure that realistically, the only thing you need to do is make sure people know that you offer this as a service, and people will come to you. Bill touched on it earlier with the commissions. Commissions just continue to go up every single year. And that's another beautiful part about this industry, is that the commissions every year will rise anywhere between 10%, 20%, whatever it may be. So you're always getting a raise in that aspect. But beyond that as well, considering that Medicare is a residual and renewal income business, at the end of the day, if I sell 100 clients this AEP, that's going to be $40,000 in renewals that will be coming to me next year. And if I sell another 100 clients next year, now all of a sudden my residual pool is going to be $80,000. If you keep just stacking clients and clients and clients, this is a business that continues to pay you. Retention is extremely important here. So if you provide a good job to your consumers, you sell a good volume throughout each year, and you do that for 10 years, I don't know what your financial goals are, but hey, 10 times 440,000 is 400,000. A lot of people can do a lot of great things with $400,000 a year, right? So just think about that. A lot of income can be made there. And I am seeing here that Bill just put in the commissions in for CMS for 2025. And typically once they put this out, is typically what the carriers will follow as well. So a lot of money to be made into this business. And right now you're going to have people lining up asking to do business with you. So market yourself, get familiar with the product. If you're not familiar with Medicare already, join our trainings, join Bill's trainings, get set up for it, and make sure you don't miss out on any of it this AEP. Great opportunity to make money, and of course, help others as well. Because Medicare can be really confusing. My grandparents, who are like 85, been on Medicare for 20 years, still have no clue how it works. So luckily, I'm here for them. But think about it. That's most likely 90% of seniors you talk to just don't know how this stuff works, and they need an expert like yourself to provide them that assistance.
I saw a question come in here regarding, ACA and things like that. So if you are new to Medicare, Medicare is for 65 and older unless you have a qualifying disability. Where you can look, if you have a large group of ACA business, especially if you're working with those small to medium-sized companies, maybe they run their group through you, they're not going to have to, but they will retire and come off that group plan. So essentially what you want to do is, if you are active in this space, letting that HR person or that business owner know, I do Medicare as well. Because essentially what they'll do, they'll come off one book, you retain them on another, and then they continue with you. So if you are in that space, keep that in mind, that once they retire and come off, you're going to have an opportunity to put them right back on a different book of business, but still keeping it with you.
Yeah. And another thing too, I mean, if you want to break it down to the dollars, the average life expectancy nowadays, let's just round it for both, is going to let's say 80 years old. If I put somebody on a Medicare Advantage plan at 65 and I retain them for 15 years, let's just say it's going to be $400. The rest, there's going to be adjustments down the line, but $400 is going to be your low end. You're going to make 4 times 1,000 is 4,000. You're going to be making $6,000 over the next 15 years just on that one client. And realistically, that just takes 2 conversations a year, a check-in, and then making sure that they're going to stay on the same plan, or if they need a new plan, you put them into it. You do that 100 times, you're making $600,000 off these people over the course of 15 years. This is a business to be in, and this business can make millionaires overnight. Well, not overnight, but very quickly, if you understand what I'm saying. So take advantage of it. This is the year to do it. Bill will provide you with everything you need in terms of the trainings on his end. We're here for everything you need on the back end in terms of contracting, training, marketing, whatever it could possibly be. And together, we can all do a lot of business this year and make a lot of money together. And most importantly, help a lot of seniors too.
And if you guys have any other questions, just throw them in the chat. We've got about 14 minutes left here.
Yeah. And if you do have questions, feel free to also unmute yourself if you can, and ask them. Maybe you have questions that everybody else has, but nobody wants to ask it. So feel free.
And Chris, I think there's something weird with the way this is set up that it auto muted and auto had everybody's cameras turned off.
You know what? I saw that too.
Yeah.
So just for everybody on the call, we're getting used to Microsoft Teams. We're transitioning to a new system. So just how I didn't know where to share my screen earlier, my apologies, kind of threw me for a loop. But yeah, please, any questions?
You know what? Some of the other thing, and we'll get to this here, Jeff, but some of the other things that you could do in the meantime, I will put this in the chat, but I'll give you the link to our website. We try to make it easy for you guys. So like, if you're saying, oh, well, where do I do my certifications, or what are certifications? There's a great tab on our website that is updated as certifications come out, and they're going to take you directly to where you need to go to certify for each carrier that you will be representing. Let's see here. Oh, we got a bunch coming in here. Oh, Chris did it. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
and yes,
I had the
being
link
recorded.
Yeah. Our link to our website is simply niceloss.com. If you don't know how to spell Niceloss, I'd put it in the chat because no one knows how to spell Niceloss.
No.
Unless you see it written.
Jeff,
but Zach, go ahead.
There is enough time to take AHIP, man. We recommend, unless Bill tells you elsewhere, we always tell people to do it through Aetna. Does knock off $50, so it takes it from $175 down to $125. But unless Bill has another resource, that's the one we usually tell people to go to.
And a little insight on that, you don't even need to be contracted with Aetna to be able to do it. They just allow you to do it, which is very nice of them.
Do not do anything that says AHIP alternative.
No.
Do not, because it will not be recognized by every carrier. Do traditional AHIP. You're going to see one now offered by Aetna. UHC has their own. Do not. If you see alternative, stay away.
100%. And then also, Jeff, just so you know, I'm taking my final exam this weekend, so there's plenty of time to do your AHIP. But not saying push it off. I would 100% get it done because you want to get carrier certifications done and everything done before that as soon as possible. Because once we have everything ready and you're ready to sell, we can begin marketing strategies, help you build marketing pieces to help get your book of business and your community in the know of what you can do for them. The sooner we can do all that, guys, the better the chances are that you cash in this AEP.
And yes, we will do trainings on phone enrollments. As we both mentioned before, in Medicare Center, there is a dedicated number that will be assigned to you, that any type of communication on that line will be recorded and will be stored for the CMS required 10 years. So it's not like you got to go out and find that stuff. We've already built it out for you, and we have it.
And I don't know if this was mentioned earlier at all, and I think we did cover it, but there's absolutely no cost to the Medicare Center or Lead Center system aside from the leads you purchase. The data is yours. The CRM is yours. The enrollment functionality is yours. It's tailored specifically to what you can do as an agent. No cost to it whatsoever. So again, you do your business with Bill, then you're able to get everything through us in terms of the Lead Center and Medicare Center capabilities. And of course, our wonderful trainings and everything else that we can provide as well.
And the Lead Center has training there too, guys, because I'll do trainings for you guys. Like, I'm gonna go in and buy stuff, you'll see me do it because I download the leads, like the mailers. I download them, and they're in Spanish too, because I know there's some Spanish agents too. They have those leads too, just to let you guys know. But it's a lot of trainings back there. Okay, so you could go to and learn and go on there, or once you sign up, they'll send you a page where you can get your training, because you need to be trained on the Medicare Center. So if you want to enroll people or send them like a text of your URL or email of your URL to sign up, they can do that. That's one way. So you can sell like that. Oh, I can't get to the client. Okay, well, send them your URL, tell them what product. You got that way. And then the lead center, you can print out the leads, live transfers, internet leads. This is why I was trying to tell you guys, get here so you can make, number one, the most important thing is the training and keeping your book of business. You don't want to get trapped into something and you regret it. And you write 100 apps, 200 apps, and you're stuck with some guy that's stealing your book of business. That's an entire business model, because they know people can make millions of dollars with doing this. And you have organizations that prey on greenies, okay? Do not do that, all right? So that's why we're here. Chris and Zach could get you guys contracted with some carriers, reaching out to you guys, because I know they're going to want to know the next steps. So what's the next steps, guys? People want to get contracted. What should they do? How can they reach you? What are the next steps?
So I am currently putting my email in right now, and I'm sure Zach is doing the exact same. If you're ready to go, so here's what we do ask in terms of coming to us, whether you are, if you're an existing agent that has existing contracts with us, just ask us for whatever you need. If you are new to the business, we ask that you complete AHIP 2025 and then reach out to us. Because once we do that, there's really no point in us starting the next step into the process until you're AHIP certified. Once you're AHIP certified, you see either myself or Zach's email down here. Just send us an email, copy Bill on it if you'd like, and say, hey, I'm ready to get going. What do I need to do? And we'll take care of everything from there, because we'll be able to look at your market. We'll be able to look into what you're currently doing with your other business, not only develop a product strategy, but develop a marketing and business strategy as well. And we'll pretty much be able to do that one-on-one at any time. The one thing about focusing in Medicare specifically is that this is exactly what we know. We don't really deviate into the annuities or anything such as that, life insurance as much. So this is what we are experts at, and this is where we can help you. So you let us know when you complete AHIP, email us or reach out to Bill if you want to talk to him first, if you need a little extra motivation, whatever it may be, and then come to us and we'll take care of you and get you the step-by-step process to be ready to go by October 1st.
And you're okay if it's 2024 AHIP and 2025, right? Whichever one. So
yeah, so if you're already certified for 2024 and you're an active agent, yeah, let's start. It's more for Bill, the 2025 is just more for the new agents, because we see people will typically get excited, do contract and go through all the work, and then they never complete AHIP, and then everybody kind of wasted their own time, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, by all means, with what Bill just said there, if you're an active agent, reach out to us immediately. If you are somebody who's thinking about getting into the space, do AHIP, then reach out to us. And we're here for any questions along the way too.
What if people want to get involved with ACA?
ACA, give us a call as well.
Can a person that's only ACA certified use this program?
100%, Jeff, you can. It will take some additional certification if you want to sell Medicare products, but if you're looking specifically at lead center and everything such as that, there are ACA leads in there. But if you're going to be focusing strictly on ACA, we can still help you develop a plan. KE, I would say it all depends. If you want to do Medicare this AEP, my personal preference would be for you to have it done within the next 10 days. That will give you plenty of time to get set up with the carrier contracts, the carrier certifications, and do product and sales training. And then from there, that gives us plenty of time between October 1st to have you up and running. Let's see. Phone enrollment training. Althea will definitely be going over those in the future. CJ, I love to hear it. Yeah, absolutely. I have never heard somebody that excited about AHIP, but nonetheless, I'm very excited to see that you're excited. But nonetheless, AHIP guys, realistically, it may seem like kind of a little bit of a drag it sometimes, but there's a lot of good information in there, especially with the changes that are upcoming this year. And believe it or not, if you pay attention to AHIP this year, you will be ahead of agents who have been doing this for 20 years. Because there's a lot of agents who I talk to every single day still that have no idea about what's upcoming for 2025. That should give you a good idea of how much business is going to be available. Because there's going to be some people who kind of just kick it back and say, I'll wait for my January renewals to hit. And if they're going to sit back and not do anything like that, or try to service their clients, let's make them pay for it and make those clients yours.
Also, your final expense clients who are over 65, they're going to need this. And guys, just because we're talking about Pennsylvania doesn't mean if you're in a D&D or in other states, there's market disruption everywhere, okay? Seriously, market disruption. A lot of volatility going on right now. So we can assess, like Zach said, your area and kind of tell you, hey, you need to pick up this carrier here. Because some carriers are going to there's going to be a wave, okay, of washing products out because they might have to pay certain prescription costs or tier 3 costs at 50%. I mean, they're going to be flipping out and they're going to look for alternatives. Okay. That's why they're going to shop. Imagine if they get Equitas or some type of drug and they got to pay a couple $100. Okay. They're flipping out where they were paying 40 something bucks. That's going to happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what we're trying to tell you now. Shopping is going, they are going to shop like it's Christmas Eve. Okay. Rushing to shop. All right. It is Black Friday every day in October. All right. Because they're going to be looking. They're going to start, because what happens is they're going to start seeing all these TV commercials, and it's going to be so many scare tactics out there. Your prescription costs went up. This happened on, and they're like, oh my God. So you got to jump on now. Get your AHIP done. I put it there for Edna, or I can send it to you guys so you can start your AHIP, pay the $125. Email Chris or Zach or myself. We can get you the contracts. If you have a team, we can get you a GA contract or MGA contract. Yes, there's other carriers in Pittsburgh. There's other carriers here. We have all the carriers you need. You just need the platform, you need the training, and we will get that to you right away while you maintain ownership of your book of business, the most important thing. So if you are with an FMO and you're LOA'd or something like that, the only ones that really LOA is Blue Cross guys that might pay, but the rest of the carriers, they typically will pay, majority of them, direct from the carrier. So you want that, because if you're like, oh, I'm with carriers, I get something from Humana and some agency pays me, and they own a book of business. Okay. It's like, bang. Okay. So that happens. Okay. Of course you got to give and take. But the thing is, if you want something for free, they own it. Nothing's for free. Okay. But but you have a platform and you guys can buy into it, or you can get some leads, or you get some final expense leads and cross sell. You got to know alternative marketing strategies. You will learn that here, with me, Chris, and Zach, and, to your help. You will learn Medicare like the veterans. You have to be around a vet. It's almost like an apprentice. You might sell it. I sold it for a few years. No, guys, I wrote 1,500 ads with my hand. It's still in the books. And sometimes I have to go out there and write that. Okay. You will be paid. Okay. Trust me, you get paid all the time, these Medicare carriers. So the last thing I want is a tsunami wave to wipe me away. So I have to get out there and write that. But what Blue Cross did here in Philly and the surrounding areas, that what they're going to give us as well, a lot of the data too for people that's on Medicaid. You guys don't know what's going on in the D-SNP market. You have to, the state Medicaid plan has to align to stay locked in with the actual Medicare Advantage carrier. You don't know the game. You don't know the tricks yet. You're going to get tied up and stuff. So certain states might have a Medicaid contract and you can align it with the federal Medicare contract and it'll be locked in. And other carriers, it won't. You could change it once a month. You guys don't know this stuff. So I want to make sure that you understand this, because remember, if we get that list, especially a list for people on, Medicaid, that's $808 a phone call. Okay. So we're talking about dollar on phones. You give me a list of a couple hundred thousands, actually, clients, I'll just call them up and upgrade them all day. We are allowed to call them at this time, guys. You guys don't know that. If they give us a list, we're allowed to call them. So that's why my brain is like, oh, I'll just sit here on the computer all day. Give me a list of 1,000 people in welfare. I'll just call them and say I'm gonna upgrade their plan, give you a grocery card, non-medical transportation, 5,000 in benefit. And you're already on welfare. I mean, so all I'm saying is like, I've done this. So that's why I'm so excited, because it's changing. It's insane what's happening right now. So I just want to leave with that. I'm done. I'm leaving with that. You guys need to take your AHIP, get contracted, get up with me. I'm headed to the office now, and let's get you guys on board. You guys have funeral planning. You know, you guys have everything. You have all these clients that you could call. So let's do it. So that's my take, and I'm done, guys. And I will send this recording to you guys so you can watch this again. But do it now. It's summertime. If you need releases, Chris and Zach will help you guys with releases if you're with other, FMOs or something like that. So we'll assist you guys, because this is the time to get those releases is now. So just want to end with that. So I'm done. That's it.
Awesome. Bill just hit everything on the head. And I just want to say one more thing too. I mean, if you're wondering about beyond what this opportunity is just going to look like moving forward, right now, 60 million Americans are on Medicare. 60 million. So just for this AEP specifically, if we can anticipate a 30 to 40% rate in terms of people looking for a new plan, that's 18 to 24 million people that are going to be looking for a new plan this year. Get your piece of it. Next year, there will be 11,000 people turning 65 every single day. The opportunity is not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger. Let's get everybody prepared and let's capitalize on it. And with that said, Zach, do you have anything else to close?
No, but this is a great way to head into the weekend. This call got me excited. Bill, you got me excited. Chris, I think everybody on this call is excited. But we want to know who's really in. I see this. I'm in. Let's do this thing.
Love it. All righty. Well, perfect. Again, let us know what you need. You have our emails. Don't hesitate to reach out. And other than that, we're looking forward to it. Can't wait to work with you all and absolutely crush this AEP and make it a historic growth year for everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Thanks, Bill. Bye-bye.